years ago, I had an interview in Des Moines. It was when I was working, I think, at MedCentric, so it would have been somewhere between 1996 and 2000. And anyway, I got an interview with I want to say it was a big insurance company, the Hartford or something like that, for an HR position. And so I got up and I drove there from Chicago that morning, got up early. Well, anyway, I got to Des Moines, the place I had the interview. I got there like an hour or two early, and I hadn't had anything to eat, so I thought, well, I'll just go find someplace to eat and, kill some time while I'm waiting. And so I find, not far away from the place, I find a Denny's. I thought, oh, that sounds like fun. I can get something, greasy and American-y, and it'll be just fine. Some comfort food, because that's what they serve at Denny's. And of course, I'm going for an interview, so I'm wearing a suit. And I'm actually wearing one of the suits that I got from my coworker Eunice's roommate. Worked for a company in Chicago called Hart, Schaffner and Marks, and every year they would have they would have an overstock sale, and they would also sell the things that they had used for photo shoots that the models had worn. And so back then, but this was by invitation only. So you had to know somebody, or you had to know somebody who knows somebody to get invited to this once a year sale, because the prices were so good, and it was some pretty upscale stuff. I mean, like for instance, I bought a couple of suits from them. At the time, I paid $150 for them, but again, at the time, they were $600 retail, between $600 and $900. So they'd better be closer to $1,500 to $2,000. I mean, a suit that I would never, even today, would not pay that much for a suit. Anyway, I'm wearing one of those suits, and so I go to Denny's. I slide into the booth, and I feel this weird little, I guess, prick on my pinch on the back of my leg, and I hear this noise. It goes. So there was a nail sticking out from the cushion of the booth. Ripped open my pants, probably in the back. Thank goodness it wasn't high enough to be the butt, but it was definitely the thigh. And so ripped a hole in my suit pants, probably 8 to 10 inches long. I mean, it just basically a big flap of pants was hanging open. And so I called the waitress over and I said, I just, can I please see the manager about this? So the manager comes out, and I show them, and I say, what, here's my name, here's my, can I please have some information? Because, obviously this is y'all's fault. And, this is a fairly expensive suit. And, I think y'all should they either have it fixed or replaced. So anyway, so they do that. And then I have to tell you the truth. Like, they had to discuss, I heard them discussing whether or not they should give me lunch for free. I mean, come on. Anyway, so then this would have been so much better if this would have happened after the interview as opposed to before the interview, because then, I mean, it's not like I didn't have time to go buy a new suit. And anyway, so I went to the interview, and I'll tell you the truth, I mean, I did not get the job, but there's part of me that wonders, did the ripped pants have something to do with it? That I probably was thrown off a little bit. My whole approach probably wasn't me, but I don't know, whatever. But anyway, I just thought that was a fairly good story. Thanks for watching. Love you.